Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Conan the Barbarian, issue 13. Okay, so we are here with issue 13 of Conan the Barbarian. Dan Panosian cover, very, very nice. Thought it was Red Sonja, unfortunately not. Again, Jim Dub doing the writing. Um, okay, so this continues on, apparently, I would believe, from the last story. We've got a new story this time. But Conan's a bit kind of lost. Whether or not it's anything to do with a byproduct of being shifted back in time and then forgetting stuff or whatever, but basically he's kind of returning back to his roots to try and find something he wants to kind of hold on to for the rest of his life. Um, there's lots to know. Now, I love drawing, so when people can draw snow very well. This guy can draw snow very well. It's not just black and white. There's lots of coloration to it. Very, very good. Like it. Artwork's very, very nice. This is Doug Braithwaite on this, which I believe has done some kind of stuff in the well, you've definitely done some kind of stuff in the past. Anyway, we get a flashback to Conan when he was a kid, basically being wrapped around by a stick and not doing particularly well at doing it, and kind of being told by his tutor that he's not basically putting all his heart in it because he's just not particularly good with a weapon, and then explain about Crom. Um, and then go back to Conan again, and yeah, he basically just wants to settle up, be on his own, do some fishing, do some hunting, that's your lot. And that's exactly what he does. He finds his wolves that have attacked some bad guys, and he goes in there and starts kind of attacking his wolves, basically to kind of prove to himself that he's still alive, effectively. Um, and then we cut back again. We see the same thing, talking about Crom, and basically kind of said, well, what Crom goes to the mountain. Well, which mountain did he sit upon? And Cowboy sits in every mountain. He's always looking down at you, and there's no one mountain. So just basically, wherever mountain you see that there's crumbs on that, looking down on you, you need to kind of feel the power of the god kind of looking down. Um, yeah, I was again. I know in the Marvel one, Crom doesn't like people very much, so I thought that's quite good. Anyway, yeah, Conan basically kills the wolves, eats the wolves, and yeah, just basically happy with the simple satisfaction of survival, which is basically what it says here. So then he goes out again to go and attack some, gets a bear, and he says he could basically kill the bear. He could shoot it in the back of the head if he wanted to, kill it with the bows and arrows. But that's not the way of the warrior. So instead, he just basically breaks out the sword, in he goes, and tries to attack the bear. So we cut back to Conan as a kid again, and he's got a sword this time rather than a stick, and basically says to the guy, I want to take you down with a sword. You've got to prove your worth. And he says, well, you're going to regret this because you're not very good with a stick. So with a sword, you're going to end up with some cuts on you. And it turns out that Conan, effectively, fights better when he's in danger. It seems to be that the threat of being bonked on the head with a stick wasn't enough to kind of give him the full gall to kind of power himself up to retaliate. And the threat of death effectively makes him fight harder, or threat of injury. And this is kind of what we're seeing in these modern day kind of things where he's attacking bears because it's if he says there's no threat to it, what's the point? He wants to challenge himself. He wants to constantly be going on it. I think that sums up Conan pretty well. Anyway, so Conan's there, got the bear, wanders around, sees these Norsemen, which have got quite an interesting way of talking, and basically says, "Oh, we don't, we saying what we're thinking, Outlanders." And it's like, oh, okay, here we go. They're going to basically attack him, and then somebody's watching, and it's this lass. Now the daughter's gaze. It says here. Now, of course, my original thing is like, oh, it's the Frost Giant's daughter again from way, way, way back. Probably the very first, I think, very first story of Savage Sword of Conan, by Marvel way back. It's a possibility. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's still pretty damn cool. So this one's been a good one. It shows a lot of the psychology of how Conan works and kind of what he's doing and what motivates him to kind of just battle onwards. Because if he's not challenging himself, it's not worth doing. And if you go through all of kind of the many stages of Conan's life in we've seen in comics and stuff, Conan the pirate, Conan the thief, Conan the thing, he's always constantly changing his job description effectively to challenge himself. That's all he needs to do. He needs to be seen to be doing something he's never done before purely to say that he can beat it and carry on. Yeah, I think that's a very, very cool way of summing him up. So Battle of the Black Stone we've got here, which I believe this is going to be effectively a oversized one like Savage Sword, and it might be in to between the next issue of Savage Sword and the next one, because I think they're saying that there's going to be another year's worth of Savage Sword coming. They've just announced, so we'll have another 4 issues of that. This should be in the meantime. I assume it's going to be oversized. I assume it's going to be black and white, but that should have all of the characters in it we've seen kind of like hinted at previously. But yeah, this one's a good one. I really like this one. This is very, very cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Conan the Barbarian. Again, consistent, decent stories. Same as the Sagio Jimbo. This is good stuff. We love it when we can pick up a book and know what we're going to get. We're going to get something interesting. We're going to get something that's actually decent, rather than kind of like, oh, okay, who's handling this? What creative team's handling this time? And is it going to annoy the hell out of me? So yeah, this is good stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much all I can say about this. So hopefully I will see you on another video very soon. And that's about all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.